Canon lenses may not autofocus properly when using the Sigma MC11 adapter on the Sony a7R III body. That's the nuts and bolts of this video. I did not intend to do this review, so I apologize for the webcam and the built-in mic and for reading off of a little script on my screen. If this is useful and people want more, maybe I'll put some more effort into the next one. But for now, this is just a quick bit of advice for those looking to use their Canon lenses on a Sony a7R III with the Sigma MC11 adapter. Now again, this is merely my experience. Your experience may differ significantly. I'm just offering my experience so you can add it to the rest of your research and so you don't make the same mistake I did. Our backstory on this is we were upgrading from the Canon 6D, and after doing tons of research, we settled on either the Sony a7R III or the Canon 5D Mark IV. We decided, since we were very familiar with the Canon equipment already and not with the Sony, we decided to rent the Sony and try it out. We were going to use the Metabones adapter because we'd seen a lot of great reviews saying how well it works with the Canon autofocus lenses, but we were talked out of it by the technician at the equipment rental company who swore by the new Sigma MC11. So that's the one we went with. Long story short, it pretty much sucked. Less than half of the images were usable, and less than half of those were truly sharp, regardless of which Canon lens we used. Because the resolution of the LCD is so high, I simply relied on the LCD to check my focus. It wasn't until I got the images on an actual computer that I realized how soft they really were. Without getting into the details of our limited testing, we tried different ISO settings, aperture settings, shutter speeds, focusing methods, and even reset the camera to its default settings. The Sony just could not consistently produce a sharp image. Now it was focusing very quickly, which seemed great. And I could see the little green square focus point as it locked onto an eye or a face, and that was great too. I felt very confident that these were going to be some good images and sharp as a tack because I've heard so many good things about it. But again, I only reviewed them on the LCD. I didn't have the time at the time to check them out on the computer, and I really regret that. When I finally did get the images on the computer, it was tough to find out where the actual focus was. Like usually you can tell if an image is front or back focused just by finding another area in the image that's sharp. There wasn't anything sharp anywhere on this image, any of these images. Maybe 20% of them you could find a nice sharp spot. So what happened? The rental company told me that I was misinformed by their tech. They took care of me. There's nothing to worry about there. And they do not recommend using this combo with the Canon lenses. The Sigma adapter with Sigma lenses, all day long. Sigma adapter with Nikon lenses, maybe, but the Sigma adapter with Canon lenses, no way. In fact, there's an indicator LED on the side of the adapter that lights solid green when a compatible, fully updated lens is attached, flashes green when the lens needs an update, and is orange when the adapter needs an update. There's no light at all when an incompatible lens is attached, and that light stays off when any Canon lens is attached. I can't speak for the accuracy of focus on any combination other than the a7R III, the MC11, and Canon EF lenses. I have no idea how the Metabones adapter or any other adapter would fare on the a7R III or even the a7R IV, which would be a great camera to have. But if you want to send the gear over to me for me to test it out, I'm happy to do so. I'll even make a useful video out of it instead of just the webcam with the clip of me yapping. But someone's going to have to send me a Sony and the adapter because we don't have them. We purchased the Mark IV instead, the Canon 5D Mark IV to be specific. So Metabones, Sony, do you think your combination will work with the Canon lenses? Canon, do you think it'll work? Let's see. Prove it. I'll use your gear if we can prove that it works. Believe me, I want it. I want that huge resolution on the Sony. I want the pixel shift. I like the smaller size of the camera body. Send me your stuff. I'll test it out. And if it works as you say it does, in other words, if it does its job, I'll happily convert and I'll let everybody know. And that's about it. Trust the A7R3 Sigma combination if you want to. Some people may have success with it, but I don't recommend it. And neither does Sony, Sigma, or Canon, of course. And in my experience, it was a complete and utter failure. So do your research and take this as just one more little bit of advice. Good luck.